Viking football on the road last week as we kick off another edition of Vikings Update. It was all Vikings from the start at Dakota State as Ian Keller punches in the opening drive for a TD. Curtis Walls and Zach Johnson then hooked up on the second drive of the game for a 76-yard touchdown as the Vikings went up 14-0 early in the first quarter. Ben Brunges comes around the end and picks up a sack of Trojan quarterback Justin Summers. It was one of 8 sacks by the Viking defense, which shut down Summers and Dakota State en route to a 34-10 Viking victory. Sam Cook had 2.5 of those sacks, and linebacker Nick McBain with a big game, tallying 19 total tackles. Also a big game for Walls, who passed for 428 yards and 2 touchdowns. He set a new school record for single-game passing yards, breaking the old record of 425 held by Jason Belkey. DeMondre Bowler caught 10 of Walls' passes for 165 yards and a touchdown. Vikings are now 2-1 overall and 1-0 in conference play. We mentioned the big games for Walls and McBain. Well, they were rewarded with the North Star Athletic Association Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Second time this season Walls has won the award, and the first time for McBain. Vikings will hit the road again this Saturday as they head to Dickinson State for a non-conference game. Kickoff is 3 p.m. Central and 2 p.m. Mountain Time in Dickinson. You can listen live on KOVC 1490 AM in Valley City. Viking baseball started off its fall season on Sunday against Presentation College. Good weather for this doubleheader out at Charlie Brown Field in Valley City. The first of 12 fall baseball games VCSU is scheduled to play, and they started the season off right with a pair of victories, defeating the Saints 6-3 and 10-7. Chip Rosales started on the mound game 1 for the Vikings, working 5 strong innings and allowing just 1 earned run. The game was tied at 3 in the bottom of the 8th before Joe Demers ripped a 2-run double to put the Vikings ahead for good en route to the 6-3 win. In game 2, VCSU scored 4 runs in the second inning, 3 in the 4th, and 3 in the 6th for the 10-7 victory. Demers had 3 more RBIs, and Jake Rambo and Xavier Padilla each had 3 hits. Vikings hit the road this Sunday, head up to Mayville State for a doubleheader at noon. Comets swept Winnipeg last weekend to open their fall season. Good weekend for Viking volleyball, which was in Omaha, Nebraska. Vikings lost their first match 3-1 to Avila, but bounced back to win the next 3 matches for a 3-1 weekend. Swept AIB 3-0 to start the winning streak, and then beat Southwestern College in 4 games. 23 kills by Allie Thoreau and 47 assists by Stephanie Miller against Southwestern College. Both of those are career highs for Thoreau and Miller, and then the Vikings closed out the weekend with a 3-1 win over York College. Barb Ector tallied 55 total kills, and Thoreau had 53. Thoreau was named to the all-tournament team. Also a big weekend for Emily Plowman, who had 79 total digs and 10 service aces. She was named the NSAA Defensive Player of the Week, her first Player of the Week honor this season. Viking volleyball opens conference play this weekend, going to Jamestown on Friday night and playing at Dickinson State on Saturday night. Viking cross country had its second meet of the year last Friday, competing at the Randy Smith Invite. Richard Longdew, the top Viking man, taking 26th place. Malik Jackson and Marcel Herrera took 32nd and 35th, and were both within 15 seconds of Longdew, so a very strong top 3 for the Vikings. Viking men took 5th place as a team and were the top finishing NAIA school. 2 Viking women competed, led by Monica Madavi in 31st, and then Jenna Coughlin took 42nd. Large meet with about 70 runners in each race. Cross country is off this weekend, but then heads to the very large Roy Griak Invitational, hosted by University of Minnesota. It's been called the Woodstock of cross country racing because it's one of the largest meets in the country. Viking golf will hit the course again on Thursday after taking about 10 days off. Vikings at the Cougar Invitational, hosted by Minnesota Morris and played at the Benson Golf Club. Viking men took 2nd at this meet last year, and Jake Rickles took 1st individually. Viking men are playing well right now, won their last 2 meets, and had the NSAA Golfer of the Week last week in freshman Kyle Wiebe. And then later this weekend, VCSU is at the Jimmy Invitational on Sunday and Monday. Joined on this week's Vikings Update by Jamie Paurus, head coach of the Viking men's and women's golf team. Jamie, your men have been playing really well lately, won the last 2 tournaments up at Lake Region State and also at Bismarck State College. New freshman coming in, Kyle Wiebe, we'll start with him, named Golfer of the Week, took 2nd and 1st. Talk about the job he's doing and what his game's like.
Oh yeah, Kyle's doing a great job. I barely ever see him hit a bad shot. I mean, he's pretty straight, plays a little draw right down the middle, and for a little guy, I mean, he's not looking like a middle linebacker or anything. He's he definitely can hit the ball, and he's a good putter, really good around the green, just very consistent.
the men's team, you have 7 guys on the squad. Of 5, that seems like they've been pretty consistent shooting below 80. You guys are shooting as a team in that 305 to 310 range. Is that a good team score for you guys, or you think you can go lower?
Yeah, we our best team score we had last year was like 297, I believe. So we're really trying to stay right around that 300 mark. And this year we have been a lot more consistent. Last year we'd have 3 good scores, and then 2 of our golfers would struggle. But this year they're all coming in. I think they're just the older ones are growing as a golfer, a little bit better course management, and we're definitely shooting a lot better scores.
Checking in with the women's team real quick. 3 women playing this year in the fall season. Seems like you're seeing improvement every week. Is that right?
Yeah, they're all 3 of them are freshmen right now. So I mean, this is the first time they've seen a lot of these courses. The courses are playing a little bit longer than they were in high school. So I mean, right away they had a little bit of opening jitters, their first tournament and so forth.
Sure.
But they're getting more comfortable, and they're used to playing with some of the same people. So I think good things are going to eventually happen there.
Coming up this week, you guys are headed to Benson, Minnesota, the Benson Golf Club for, I believe it's the Cougar Invite, University of Minnesota Morris. Jake Rickles, medalist honors out there last year. I think you took first as a team out there? Second as a team last year. Is it the same course as last year?
Yeah, but it'll be the same course as last year. We used to play in Morris, but their course had flooded a couple years ago, so it still hasn't recovered. So yeah, Jake took first there last year. We took second, and really Jake played well. And the other team, we just kind of got through the course more than anything. So hopefully we've seen the course now, and then this year, I mean, I think we're going to do quite well again there.
Okay, thank you for the time, Jamie. Appreciate it, and good luck to you guys on Thursday.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.